Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this channel we talk about all things fandom and we really try to talk about them in a positive way. And today is Saturday and we've got to talk about some Mickey Mouse horror movies that may be happening. So let's jump right into it. Just when you thought it was safe, when you thought you were done with the Mickey Mouse public domain horror movies, there are more. Well, we're going to talk about one of them today, and then I'll kind of give an honorable mention to one that may be coming, but I think that one's more of a rumor, so we're mainly going to address this one. This comes to us from Bloody Disgusting, and Bloody Disgusting states that there is another Mickey Mouse-inspired horror movie coming soon. Bloody Disgusting has learned this week from director Andrea Cantilla. It is entitled Mouseboat Massacre. Now, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, but the movie looks crazy, and this is what they say about the movie. The story follows a young woman who is battling drug addiction, who suddenly begins to see a mutated mouse-human hybrid who infests her life, and those around her begin to drop like flies. Now, that sounds wild, and it goes on to kind of tell us that this movie is going to be like if Pennywise the Clown was wearing the iconic mouse mask. Now, if that sounds wild, that's because that is. Imagine this movie trying to turn Mickey Mouse into Pennywise the Clown. And the movie sounds kind of cool in a way. This sounds like this could be a nightmarish setting. However, there are a few things to note. This movie does make the mask look very much like the mask from Mousetrap. That's right, the mask from Mousetrap looks like the mask they're wearing in this movie. And that kind of takes me out of it just a little bit because that mask wasn't very scary at all. But Mousetrap was at its heart just a slasher film, and being that it was at the heart of itself just a slasher film, you have to take it and look at it as that. This one promises to be a little more nightmarish. Now, they go on to say that taking something so innocent with a dark and psychotic twist is a brilliant way to tap into deep-seated fears of nostalgia gone wrong. They say with Mouseboat Massacre, the most beloved childhood character becomes an endless nightmare. That's according to the director, and that's sort of interesting because, like I said, their intent seems to be to make him into Pennywise the Clown. This nightmarish figure that maybe exists within her head and maybe doesn't. I find that a bit crazy, and it could actually work. Now, the film doesn't have anybody that I've heard of personally playing in it. It's Jay Robertson, Kathy DeCudo, Atlanta Morano, Lauren Leapard, Victor Rios, and Natasha Tonsi. And I'm sorry again if I mispronounced any of those names. And it says that this will be released by ITN Studios. Now that I find very cool because having a cast of unknown stars allows them to do a lot of strange and interesting things. And who knows, maybe this does what it sets out to do. Maybe this legit will make us fear Mickey Mouse. Maybe this will legit make this look like he is Pennywise the Clown. Will it though? Will it? So that's kind of where we're going to go into the rumored one. Now, the rumored one comes to us from another source, and this source isn't as reliable, which is why I say this one is still a rumor and take it with a grain of salt. And this one comes from the Diz Insider. According to the Diz Insider, just a few weeks ago, in our interview with producer and star of Mousetrap, Simon Phillips, he teased that if a sequel to the film was ever made, another classic Disney character would appear alongside his iteration of Mickey Mouse. Today, we finally got confirmation of the character he was talking about. It is Minnie Mouse. The new movie poster is making the rounds. It has been revealed that Mickey's classic female companion, Minnie Mouse, will be making her debut in the sequel film, currently titled Mousetrap: Welcome to the Mickeyverse. Production is currently underway for a planned 2025 release. Now, if this is true, if this movie is also true, then Mousetrap is getting its own sequel. And Mousetrap, like I said, looks like the mask that is being used for this other movie, but they're very different movies. Mousetrap was basically this guy puts on the Mickey Mouse mask and it seems to possess him. It seems to legit possess him, and he seems to actually be killing people due to the fact that he has the mask on. Now, I don't know why that mask possessed the guy. I don't know why putting it on suddenly made him want to kill everybody. There was never really anything explained in that movie in terms of why this was happening. So a sequel doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility for this movie to actually explain what was going on anyway. So I don't have a problem with them doing a sequel to that movie, but is it real? Again, that source isn't very reliable. Now, the other source, Bloody Disgusting, is a very reliable source, so we can 100% say that that movie is coming out, that that's going to be a thing. So that's two new Mickey Mouse movies. One is definitely happening and the other is sort of from an unreliable source, but is it actually something that's going to happen? Who knows? I think that this new Mouse Boat Massacre movie seems like it's going to be kind of cool. I think it sounds like it would be kind of a fun take if they can manage to pull off making him seem like he is a Pennywise-esque type of figure. It could prove very interesting. So in terms of Mousetrap, though, it was at the heart of itself just a slasher film. But they did have that minor supernatural type of thing to it, with the mask potentially being what was causing him to kill people. But this wasn't fully explained within the movie, which kind of makes me want them to have a sequel, if only to explain that one element, because I like a little bit of closure in my movies sometimes. Sure, you can argue the point that a movie doesn't have to have a sequel and that we don't have to know everything about the lore of the movie, but when you have something as simplistic as Mousetrap was, I really wish they had some explanation for how this mask was possessing him. Because otherwise, all you have is him putting on the mask and it essentially just being a slasher film, which it was. So I would like them to explain that, but this comes again from an unreliable source of information. So it kind of leaves it up to debate as to whether or not this is happening until we hear it from more reliable sources. What we do know is that Mouse Boat Massacre is happening, and not only is it happening, but this one looks like it might be a little bit of fun, at least to me. I like the idea of them trying to turn him into Pennywise, but we'll see if they can pull it off. That's where I'm going to leave it off to you guys. What are your thoughts on these projects? Do you think that Mousetrap 2 needs to happen? Do you think that this Mouse Boat Massacre movie is going to be any fun? Do you think they're actually going to be able to pull off making him look like Pennywise the Clown? And what are your thoughts on Mousetrap if you saw it? Now, I will be putting up a review of Mousetrap relatively soon. It will be on our classic movie reviews. Look for that to come up soon. So from there, I just leave it up to you guys. As always, we want to know what you guys think. So make sure you are leaving us that comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Also, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends. They're definitely going to want to be a part of this strange conversation. Then make sure you're hitting that like button. It's free, it helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Then Miko says we need more subscribers. And look at this face. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.